Have you ever found yourself saying yes to something you didn't want to do? Maybe it was agreeing to help a coworker with a project, even though your own workload was overflowing. Perhaps it was going to a social event when deep down you just wanted a quiet night at home. In those moments, the word no feels stuck in your throat, and after you give in, you feel uncomfortable, maybe even resentful. This isn't just about a skipped party or an extra work task, it's about something much deeper: our boundaries in communication. Today, we're going to explore why setting boundaries matters so much and how you can learn to say no to the things you don't want without guilt or fear. First, let's talk about why it's so hard to set boundaries in the first place. Most of us have been conditioned to want approval and acceptance. We fear rejection. We worry that saying no will hurt someone's feelings, make us look selfish, or risk a relationship. Maybe you grew up in a family where saying no was seen as disrespectful, or you learned that your needs should always come second to others. So you say yes, even when you don't want to. But here's the truth: when you don't set boundaries, you aren't just protecting others from discomfort, you're actually hurting yourself. Think about this. Your friend keeps asking for favors. Maybe it's borrowing your car, asking for money, or needing help with their assignments. You don't want to do it, but every time you say, "Of course," you swallow your discomfort and try to be the good friend. But inside, resentment starts to build. You feel taken advantage of. You wonder if they even care about your needs. That's an unhealthy cycle, and the only way to break it is by learning to set boundaries. So, why should you set boundaries? Let's look at the powerful benefits. First, setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. When you say no, you're honoring your own needs and values. If you're tired and someone invites you out, saying, "I won't come tonight, I need to rest," is not just a refusal, it's a declaration that your well-being matters. You are prioritizing your own health, energy, and peace of mind. That's self-care at its core. Second, clear boundaries create mutual respect. When you say yes to everything, people may start to take you for granted. They might assume you'll always be available, always willing, always accommodating. But when you say, "I don't want to do this," or "I can't help this time," people begin to realize that you have values, limits, and a sense of self-worth. They learn to respect your time and your choices. You're not just teaching others how to treat you, you're setting a standard for healthy interactions. Third, boundaries lead to healthier relationships. When both sides can express what they want and what they don't want, there's more honesty, more trust, and less resentment. You're free to be yourself, and so is the other person. You don't have to hide behind forced politeness or fake enthusiasm. You can connect on a real, authentic level. Now you might be wondering, how do you actually say no in the moment? Is there a right way to do it? Let's break it down into simple, practical steps. The first step is to keep it clear and simple. You don't need to offer long, complicated explanations. You don't have to justify every decision. Sometimes a straightforward, "No, this doesn't work for me," is enough. The more you over-explain, the more you open the door to negotiation or guilt. Clear, concise language is powerful. The second step is to be polite but firm. Saying no doesn't mean being rude. You can still be respectful while standing your ground. For example, you might say, "I don't have time for that right now, but thank you for asking." You're expressing your boundary while acknowledging the other person's request. This approach keeps the conversation positive but leaves no room for confusion. The third step is to let go of guilt. Saying no doesn't make you a bad person. It simply means you're protecting your boundaries. If someone asks for your help, but you're busy saying, "Sorry, I can't help right now," is perfectly okay. You're not responsible for everyone else's happiness. Your needs matter just as much. Let's talk about what happens when someone tries to push your boundaries. Maybe you say no, but they keep asking. Maybe they try to guilt you into changing your mind. That's when consistency becomes crucial. Don't backtrack and don't get drawn into repeated explanations. If someone keeps asking for the same thing after you've already said no, your response can be calm and firm. Like I told you before, this doesn't work for me. You don't need to argue or justify. The key is to stay consistent and confident. Let's look at a few scenarios. Here's how it often goes wrong. A. Can you come tonight? B. I don't really want to, but okay. In this situation, B ignores their own needs and gives in, likely out of fear of disappointing A. The result is discomfort, maybe even bitterness. Now, let's see it done right. A. Can you come tonight? B. No, I need to rest tonight. Maybe another time. Here, B is honest and direct. They respect their own boundaries and offer an alternative, showing they still care about the relationship. The interaction is healthier for both people. Setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable at first. You might worry that people will get upset or that relationships will suffer. But in reality, boundaries are the foundation for respect, trust, and genuine connection. They aren't selfish, they're a form of self-respect. When you learn to say no, you free yourself from resentment and obligation. You create space for what truly matters to you. And you build relationships where both sides can thrive. So, how can you start practicing boundary setting in your own life? Try these small but powerful steps. 1. Notice the moments when you want to say no but feel pressured to say yes. Pause and ask yourself, what do I really want? 2. Use simple, honest language. No, I can't do that. No, that doesn't work for me. No, I need to rest. You don't need to over-explain. 3. Stay consistent even if someone pushes back. Repeat your boundary calmly. Like I said, I can't help this time. 4. Remind yourself that saying no is not rude or selfish. It's an act of self-care. 5. Practice with small things first and build your confidence over time. You'll find that the more you set boundaries, the easier it gets. People will start to respect your limits. You'll feel less pressure to please everyone and more freedom to be yourself. Your relationships will become stronger, more honest, and more balanced. Let's imagine a few everyday examples. You're at work and a colleague asks you to cover their shift. You're exhausted and you know you need rest. Wrong approach. I guess if you really need me. Right approach. I'm sorry, I can't cover your shift. I need to rest. Or a friend asks you to lend them money, but you're not comfortable with it. Wrong approach. I don't know, maybe just this once. Right approach. I'm not comfortable lending money, but I hope you find what you need. Or a family member expects you to attend every gathering, but you need time for yourself. Wrong approach. I'll come even though I'm tired. Right approach. I can't make it this time. I need some quiet time at home. Notice how in each right example, you're clear, honest, and respectful, both to yourself and the other person. You're not making excuses or apologizing for your needs. You're simply stating your boundary. Remember, the people who truly care about you will respect your limits. If someone gets upset when you set a boundary, that's a sign that the relationship may need more honesty and balance. Your worth isn't measured by how much you give or how often you say yes. It's measured by your ability to honor your own needs while still caring for others. Setting boundaries is a skill, one that gets easier with practice. Start small. Say no to an invitation you don't want. Decline a task that overwhelms you. Speak up when you need space. Each time you do, you're building your confidence and reinforcing your self respect. Over time, you'll notice big changes. You'll feel less drained and more energized. Your relationships will become more genuine. You'll worry less about what others think and focus more on what truly matters to you. And remember, setting boundaries isn't just about saying no, it's also about saying yes to what you want, what you value, and what brings you joy. When you protect your limits, you make room for the things that nourish you. So, as you move forward, challenge yourself to notice when you feel pressured to say yes and ask yourself, is this what I really want? If not, give yourself permission to say no. You're not being selfish, you're being honest. You're giving yourself the care and respect you deserve. If this message resonated with you, if you realized how important it is to set boundaries in communication, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. In the next videos, I'll share even more steps to healthy communication in relationships and practical ways to boost your confidence. Subscribe now and let's build stronger, healthier, and more balanced connections together. Because you deserve relationships where your needs are honored, your voice is heard, and your boundaries are respected. Remember, protecting your boundaries is your right. Saying no is not a rejection of others, it's an acceptance of yourself. The more you practice, the easier it gets. And with every boundary you set, you're taking one step closer to a life filled with respect, authenticity, and genuine connection. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you feel empowered to start setting boundaries in your communication. Take care of yourself, honor your needs, and keep building the relationships you truly deserve.